everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. I've got a clock for you today. Can you tell the theme of it? So, I was walking through Walmart and I happened to be in the sewing section, not on purpose, just because I was looking for the crafts, and I went down the wrong aisle and I happened to catch my eye on these little pins, and the first thing I thought of, which is weird, was a clock. I'm like, those pins would look in a clock. They would look really cute. They had different colors, but I like the multicolor. And then I'm like, my mom likes to sew. She does that as a hobby. I'm going to make my mom a sewing clock. So then I'm like looking for all the accessories. So I came up with this little kit, which is adorable. And I came up with some pins, some buttons, these little parts that go in the sewing machine. I don't sew, so I'm not sure what anything's called. I bought a little tape measure. So, Mom, this one's for you. So I've got the best mom in the world. Of course I do. I would have to argue anything else if somebody else said the same thing. So Mom, you're probably seeing this before you have it because I have probably not brought this up to you yet. So you get to see a present, but she watches me every day and she supports everything that I do. So this one is for you. So I'm going to make her a little mantle clock for her sewing room. This thing holds like 36 ounces of resin, and I want to kind of do it in layers so it will be like a 3D clock, if you catch my drift. So I don't know if I'm going to use all this stuff. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this. I might like cut it and like just put parts of it in there, like kind of like that. I think that would be kind of cute. I don't know. I'm going to see how it works. So I have already measured it, like I said, 36 ounces. I think I'm going to do like 8 ounces at a time. Because when I filled it, I did 4 8-ounce cups, which is 4 layers, and then a 4-ounce cup. That was like the very thin back layer. So I'm thinking of backing it in like mother of pearl or something to that nature. So, are you ready to get started? I'm excited. Like, I don't know why I thought of a clock when I saw sewing. It doesn't make any sense. My brain is weird. Okay, let's get some resin. Let's get some resin mixed, not poured. All right, here's the first 8 ounces, and because everything I have here is heavy, I'm gonna turn the heat mat on, maybe 30, 40 minutes, maybe an hour until it gets tacky enough. I don't really want to pour when it's cured, so I really want this pour to be done in one day, and pour it when it's tacky so that way we can alleviate any lines from the side. That's what I don't want to happen. So I'm just gonna pour in the first 8. I guess I could have probably done 4, but I've already got 8, so it's gonna be 8. I love this cool little stirring stick that I was mailed the other day. And I got 3 packages in that day, so I'm sorry if I don't remember. I think it was Cindy who sent it to me. It is so cool. I love it. You sent me a few of them, actually. So I did remove the bubbles, but I still see a few. This is the fast cure, so I'm actually not going to use all of it. I use 6. I'll pour this other 2 into something else because I don't want a really huge, thick layer on top. So I'm just going to spray some alcohol, pop what bubbles are in there. I want this as crystal clear as humanly possible. Okay, so I'm going to turn the heat mat on, get this kind of tacky, and then put some of this stuff in, pour another layer, and so on and so on and so on. Let me tell you what not to do. So I completely forgot. I was using my fast cure. You don't turn heat on fast cure. 30 minutes, it's solid. So I lost my window of tackiness, so I may have a line there. With Fast Cure, all you have to do is let it sit by itself, no heat, for an hour, and it'll be perfectly tacky for whatever you're going to adhere to it. So I don't know what I was thinking. Clearly I wasn't thinking, or I wouldn't be in this predicament. So I have an idea if there's a line how I could fix it, but I'm gonna wait and see until we unmold it to see if I can see it or not. So this is the second pour of 6 ounces of the Fast Cure. And I'm going to go ahead and lay some things in here after I get out anything I don't like bubbles. I don't see any, but you just never know. I see a little hair. All right. Where did all this little dust come from all of a sudden? Not that you're going to see it because it's going to be encased. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to lay some stuff in there. And, oh, look at that. Perfect. Not completely under, but it's not going to be like protruding out the front of the clock. So I'm just going to do a couple little of each of everything until we are done layering. And hopefully, like, we don't get bubbles underneath some of this stuff. See that? Just made a bubble. So kind of maybe lift it, roll it around before you let it settle forever. There's another bubble coming out of there. And then I'll spray the top. I think this is going to be such a cute clock. I hope my mom likes it. She doesn't like too many knickknacks hanging around her house to dust, so I'm going to have to see if it's there when I go over there, if she keeps it out. Just kidding. Well, those little buttons, they like to pop some bubbles out. Okay, how about we're going to do the girly colors. Oh, and that little thread is tucked up in there, so that's good. I don't have to worry about. We'll do the blues because her house is in blues. And we'll do a little bit of everything. I think it's going to be so adorable. Now, I'm not going to like totally, completely fill this thing up on the first layer because I want each layer to have items kind of behind each other, next to each other. Here's a little threader thing. Well, we're going to put that right. Hopefully there's no bubbles under it. I just want to lift it up and release anything on there. And we're gonna put some, let's see, some pins. Whoops. And then, like I said, in an hour, I'm going to come back and do this all over again with some more stuff. And we're gonna, this is what started it all, so these have to go in there. Excuse my voice, guys, I'm still getting over a cold. aren't the colorful ones. That's why I bought them. What do we got? We got a purple, white, pink. Let's do a green. And a blue. And I think that's good for this layer. And like I said, we're gonna wait 1 hour. There are so many fuzzies on here. What did I do different? I don't know. Just spritz it with alcohol. And we will be back for the next layer. I have missed my opportunity yet again. So I have accepted my fate and I will be doing something to the outer edge. I just keep getting distracted and not paying attention, so that's okay. This is another 6 ounces, layer number 3. And I'm gonna do the same thing I did to layer number 2. Except this time I did cut some of the measuring tape. We'll see if it looks okay in here. Let me just get out these bubbles I just produced. A lot of them right there. Try. Plus the bottom layers are curing, which is not helping. So they're really warm, which is heating this up faster than normal, which this is curing faster than normal because of the layers below it. So again, I think the mistake will end up being a happy mistake. All right, let's put some more of these things in, except I'm gonna do them this way this time. A little bit different. I'm just gonna fill in the holes. Oops, don't need a staple in there. These little things, they make the most bubbles of all. Those 4 little holes in the button, they all produce a bubble. Okay, let's do some more yarn. Yarn? No, it's thread. It's thread. We're gonna put one here. Let's do a purple. We'll do one right there. Trying not to touch the edges, so it's not like coming out of the resin or anything. We're gonna do the other, let's see, what do we want? Green, we'll do a green. Do this one right here. And I'm thinking, is that upside down? No. We're gonna do this right here. Hopefully there's no bubbles underneath that. That might look cute. And I cut 2 of them. Come on, get out. I'm gonna move this right here because it was touching the side. And make sure my numbers are not going the wrong way. Maybe I'll do this one in the back, next layer. There's no room for it right here. I will put some of my pins in. Ouch! Without drawing blood. I don't know if I should do a bunch or a little. I don't know, I'm just winging it. Let's see. Those two look cute together. Let's do a couple more. And then we're gonna do some, what are these pins called? I don't remember. Can you tell I don't sew? We're gonna do one there. Oh, look at that thread. It's got a bunch of bubbles all over it, going in between all the threads. That's not good. So does the blue one. I wonder what the front looks like then. My guess is there's a bunch of bubbles on the front. Let's see. Okay, that's it for now. I shall return. Let me spray it real quick. I am ready to finish this. This is what, number 6? Oh my gosh. So I have hand stirred this one. I've used so many of my paddles today. I have no room to drip any more of them. So I hand stirred it. I created a million bubbles, but it's okay because it's gonna be mica powder. Now I picked 2 nail powders because I wanted the kind of iridescence if it's gonna give it, but I also wanted a hint of blue, but I didn't want fully blue, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna put in this white one first. And I also pulled out mother of pearl mica powder because I don't know how this white is going to do by itself. I don't ever remember using it by itself yet, so I'm not sure what to expect. So I'm gonna put this one in and the blue one in and see where we're at. And I will hold on to that other mother of pearl until I absolutely need it. And I don't think I'm going to need it, actually. This is a really pretty whitish color. And I'm gonna put the blue in. You know what else I bought today at Hobby Lobby? I don't want to do too much blue. I just want a hint of blue. I might have overdid it. I bought an alcohol ink by Pinata, and it's called Opal. I've never used that before, so I'm wondering if I squirted some in here. Oh, look at that pretty. I'm wondering if it would do anything, because I just love Opal. Opal is my fave. I'm gonna squirt some in and see what happens. Now, this is still a little see-through, but I don't think it's gonna make a difference, because I don't think it's gonna matter. Let me grab that alcohol ink. So it's by Pinata, and it's called Opal, and it's got a really pretty iridescence to it. Whether it does something to mica powder or not, I highly doubt it, but it isn't going to hurt to try. Plus, I bought 2 bottles because I didn't want them to never have it again, and I loved it or something. I'm just dripping a bunch in, but there's like a little ball bearing in there that's stuck in the top, which is not allowing my inks to come out. Well, I got a lot of it out, but I have to find a little pin or something. Give me just a moment. I think I have one back here. All right, well, I got some out. Not as much as I wanted out. I don't think it's going to do anything anyway. I think I'm going to put a little more blue and a little more white. It could use a little bit of both. I'm not going to hurt it. If I remember correctly, this is the color of the walls she had of her walls painted, a really, really light blue. So this might be the perfect color. I'm not sure. All right, I'm going to do something to try to get this opened. I got it open. What is it? What do you think? You see that iridescence on the top? I don't think it's going to do anything to this, but I think it would be really pretty in just clear resin. I don't want to waste too much of it in here because I don't think we're going to see anything. So I'm going to just pour a little bit and see if I could see through it. I don't think we're going to see through it. Should I add mother of pearl? That is the question. We're going to go with it. I don't think it's going to... I mixed up 4 ounces. So most layers were 6 ounces, and then this last one before this one was 8 ounces. And now I have 4, so that should be 36 if I'm doing the math correctly, which doesn't mean I really am doing the math correctly. And that brought it to the top. I was worried about those little metal pieces that are barely underneath. Right there, I was like, oh no, I think they're too high, but they were already cured in before that, so I had to ground them down or something, but you can see them, but they're still underneath the resin. I'm just going to spray it with alcohol, pop all the bubbles, let this cure so we can demold. It is cured. It's still warm, but I can't wait anymore, like really warm. Just, like the mat turned off and I gave it like 15 minutes, so the mat's still even warm. So I had a few extras. This is what I made. So I bought a new alcohol ink today, and it is called It's by Resin. I got it at Hobby Lobby. It says red shimmer alcohol, and that intrigued me, but there's no shimmer in this. So if you want red shimmer, this is not the alcohol to buy, you guys. Cute nonetheless. Red, yes, but so I had exactly 2 ounces. That's why I made him. And then I had a little drip left over, so I tried this new mold that I just received in the mail. So I made a little keychain. This extra came from another video I've been working on today. You guys are waiting for part 2 of my toilet seat, right? That's what I was working on today. And I had this much left over. So what do you think? This is that mold from Into Resin that I think Barbara mailed me. So I added the rhinestones, obviously, and I added the rhinestones on the pearl that's built into the mold. But I added mother of pearl mica powder to the clear resin that I had from the toilet seat I was coating. So what do you think about that? I think it's gorgeous. Look at those colors. Okay, now let's get back to the main event. All right. I don't think I can ruin it unmolding it this hot because it's so thick and it's really heavy. So it's definitely not going to bend or anything. I'm just curious to see if I have lines on the edges. I kind of have a plan. Actually, I don't. I have one piece of glitter stuck in there. But oh my gosh, there are no lines. I am shocked because 2 or 3 of those layers were cured and they weren't tacky anymore. But look at how cool that looks. It looks like it's just floating. All right, here we go. That is kind of cool. Now I see like a couple tiny bubbles right at that button, but other than that, there's a couple on some of the thread, which is kind of unavoidable. But that is so cute. I hope you like it, Mom. I know you probably can't see it very good, but take my word for it, it's super cute, and I think it'll go good in your sewing room. If not, just lie to me and tell me that you like it. Just kidding. All right, let's put the clock in. So these clocks fit in here. I'm going to use silver because our house is blue. Now, the backing isn't as blue as I wanted. I mean, you can barely see it's blue, but you can't see through it, so that's good. That's really what I was going for. So you take this clock and it has 3 little clips. Actually, this one has 2. That's why I keep extras, because I know eventually they're not going to give me everything that they owe me. Okay, so these clips have 3 spots. One at like 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock, and then the other one is inside of the battery case. So you take the flat part of the clip and you push it down, and it won't move. It's really tight. This way you don't have to. Oh, look, there was a 3rd one. It was hiding. So now I have 2 extras over there. I take that back. You gave me what you owed me. All right. Just going to put that back on. So these clips just hold it really tightly in here, and then you can remove it to change your battery. So you just push it in, and that's it. That is really cool. So I need to trim this. It's just got barely an edge. Look at how close these 2 were. Like, it's flat, but you could see the metal almost popped through. But I am so pleased with how that turned out. It looks so neat from the side. I was going to cover the sides with something, but I don't think I want to do that now, because if I do that, you won't see how cool and floating like they are. I do want to put a little bit of bling right here though, just to cover this line from the mica powder to the clear resin. So I will do that. Let me find something to do that with. So I figured I'll show you what I'm doing. I have these pearls. I was going to do the rhinestone sheet, but it's not like a blingy type clock. I think the pearls are more muted. So I just cut strips of these. These are really sticky backed. And I'm just going around the two edges. I didn't want to just do the back because that would be a dead giveaway that I'm trying to cover something. So I'm just lining them up around the edge, making sure they're not going over the edge. And these are very sticky, so you have to hold them out while you're doing it. And I'm trying to not go over this edge at the same time. But I thought this was pretty, but not like in your face blingy, you know what I mean? That was my thought process on this. Oh goodness. I don't know why I saw the pins and I just saw a clock when I saw the pins, but I don't know. It was kind of cool. And I think it came out good. That one just barely goes over. Oh, how am I going to fix that? Oh, man. Let's see if it's okay. Yeah, it's good. The one just barely fits over. That's not too bad. I'm wondering if maybe I should go through the bottom here. Across the bottom. I don't know. What if they don't fit right? 1, 2. I need like 3 more. Did I already cut them? Yeah. Let's see if they fit okay. If they do, I'll add them. If not, I'll pull them off. No, they don't fit that great. I squished it in there, so it'll fit. There we go. Not too bad. So I needed 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are nice because you could just peel them off. You don't have to hand place every single one like I'm normally doing. They barely fit. Okay. Well, that is the video today, you guys. Not too many extras, but you still got a couple. And a bonus extra. Make sure your 12 is at the top. And that is it. That is all she wrote. I will get you some good pictures. Thanks for stopping in today. I appreciate every single one of you. I hope I gave you some ideas of things that you are interested in or somebody you know to make a clock for them. So until next time, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Bye.